All right, guys, today we're looking at a 1963 Volkswagen bus that is for sale on the Samba. Doing a video walk around on it here just to provide a little more detail about it, some up-close video, some of the issues that the bus has. This bus was found in Salt Lake City, Utah, about 3 years ago in a storage unit. I'll post a link to the video of when it was found in the description. Belongs to my friend Tyler. He's picked up a couple other projects and decided to let this go. So we're just gonna walk around. We're gonna start on passenger front corner here. The story on this bus is it was down in Las Vegas being restored sometime in the late 80s. The owner and the guy restoring it kind of had a falling out. Guy went and picked it up before the restoration was complete and then moved to Utah. In Utah, it sat outside for a few years before being moved to a storage unit. And then it sat in that storage unit from the mid 90s all the way up until like 3 years ago when Tyler found it. So the paint, it's been repainted. The paint is faded out and there is some rust that's starting to pop in a few areas. And so we're gonna just kind of walk around and I'll show you those. This is listed on the Samba right now. I'll put a link to that ad as well in the description. So first off, the nose. Up here on this right front corner, right below the headlight, there is some rust that is starting to kind of pop out. It's gonna need some metal work right there. The rest of the nose actually looks really good. I don't see any like sign of body filler or any repair. There are a few small little bubbles down along the bottom edge. Doesn't appear to have been straightened. You know, a lot of these get popped, bumper pushed into the nose, and it doesn't look like this one's actually ever been straightened down there. You know, rust in the, like up in the windshield frames is, there's a couple little bubbles, but it's not like rotted out like a lot of them are. Same with the drip rails. Drip rails are actually very solid on this. So we'll just kind of work our way around here. Talk about the outside first, and then we'll open the doors up and look at the inside. So, passenger front door. You can see by this body line that it's sagging just a little. It's actually nicked the paint right there on the dog leg. The dog leg looks original. I don't think it's been replaced. All the seams and everything look original. But that door, see, it's kind of dragging right there. Now down underneath, jack points, belly pans, all that kind of stuff is really solid. Rocker under the cargo doors is bubbling, and if you look at the spot welds, I believe that's an original rocker as well. I don't think that rocker's been changed out, but it is bubbling a little in a few spots, so it would need some metal work on this rocker. Cargo doors, lines aren't perfect, but they're not bad. Come around to this back corner. I mean, like in the restoration process, like a lot of stuff was removed. These spring plates were removed, all that was painted. I'll show you the engine compartment in just a minute. Let me peek up under the front end real quick here. Show you like the floors. So you can see the beam was taken out. Repaint, I mean, all this was repainted. A white steering box for some reason. Tires, you know, were new forever ago. Don't even look like they've ever been on the road, really. It's missing a few of the deluxe trim here. Again, we'll just kind of go down the windows, show you the drip rails, windows. I don't see any, doesn't look like there's really any sign of any repairs up here either. They seem to be pretty solid, no rust. That seam's been either seam sealed or something. Follow this seam down. There's a bump right here and kind of some small cracks in the paint. This looks like it was just kind of hit with some 2K primer, a little heavy. Doesn't really look like there's any, maybe a small amount of filler in there. A little bit of rust right here. Up under here though, it's all it was repainted. Corners look good. They don't look like they've been hit. I did notice on the deck lid a little bit of filler around the license plate light. The rest of the deck lid actually looks pretty good from underneath. You don't see any hammer marks where it was straightened or anything. Battery tray is decent. It's not rotted out. It does have some signs of, the paint peeling up from battery acid. I do have the title. It is in Tyler's name. I can provide that for anyone who's a potential buyer. A photo of that is. So there's a transaxle. Again, looks like it was pulled out and all fresh. I mean, that's a fresh boot, even though it's got a crack in it. Those look like they were put on a while ago, but again, none of this looks like it's ever been on the road. Throw out bearing, brand new. Cross shaft, brand new. Still a barcode on that mount there. Now, one thing on this engine bay, if you look up underneath, this is the bottom side of the luggage area. It does have some pretty good sized dents right there. Obviously, somebody beat it up a little bit, threw some heavy stuff inside. And then there's a cross brace right there that was probably kind of beat up and they just removed it and did not replace that. So this bus does come with a running 1600 dual port. It's obviously not original to the bus. And then also back here it has a rear apron. The rear apron's not painted. There was no apron with it when he got it, so he's sourced another apron. Somebody put a toe strap or something right here, so we'll need a little bit of metal work there. They kind of tore it. Back hatch, pretty straight. Glass is all good on this thing. Gel bars are there. It's got one coat hook, as you can see there, and all the pop out latches are there. I can't show you underneath this stuff because it's kind of glued down. There's the kick panel for the rear seat and the front kick panels. All right, walking around the driver's side. Got another piece of deluxe trim there missing. Window frames. A little bit of rust showing here, but not bad. It's just surface up here. Again, solid gutters. Skylights, no rust around the skylights. I mean, these seals are very worn. Probably just a, who knows what rubber they used on this when they restored it, but those seals they're gonna need replaced. A little bit of delamination on a couple of the windows, which is to be expected on these. All this deluxe trim looks like it's original stuff, and it's actually pretty straight deluxe trim all the way around. Doesn't look like it's been straightened or anything. All looks pretty good. The sunroof, you can see here, all the mechanism is there. Some of it's kind of popped apart. So the sunroof, it's there, and obviously was redone. This canvas is very dirty. It does open, but obviously as you close it there, it doesn't quite seal up 100%. It needs a little bit of work. All right, down to the long wall. If you look right here, this isn't really body filler as much as it is cracks in like a 2K primer. So it's obviously built pretty heavy on there. I mean, feeling from behind, there's no hammer marks. It's not thick filler, just cracks in 2K primer. And if you come down to the rocker, there's some pretty good bubbling here. And I'm sure if you picked at this enough, you know, you could probably pick through. But again, looking at the spot welds, it appears to be original metal. So it wasn't, I don't think there's really been much as far as metal replacement on this. I think it was just painted over original sheet metal. And probably from sitting outside for the years that it did in Utah when it got here, or when it got to Utah, you know, it's started to rust out from the inside. So I did notice on the long wall, if we move over here, a couple of cracks. This again is more like shrinkage and 2K primer right in here. This is body filler. So there's some body filler right here. I don't know if you follow this seam for the dog leg. Again, the dog leg looks original to me. All the welds and stuff, it all seems original. And it's actually pretty straight. Like it all feels pretty good. All the seams look original. Let's peek our head underneath this side. Driver's door fits a little better than the passenger side does. It hangs up on the rubber up here as you're trying to open it. That's where we're hanging up on. It does sag a little if you look at the lines there. Small little barnacle right there. All right, let me show you some things I noticed inside. So, front floor. There's our front floor. Has been painted, and if you look right here, it looks like they stripped everything down and repainted it. And this is kind of like that Zolotone finish that was real popular in the 90s. Kind of see how it's gray and it has little specks on it. Almost looks like a Zolotone finish. And I'm not sure what's going on back here. They They didn't spray, they didn't paint the whole bulkhead except for right here. And if you notice this, we got a little bit of body filler right there, a little bit of body filler here. They kind of sprayed this area here, but sand scratches. I mean, the seam there looks good. I mean, it looks original. I don't think the bulkhead was cut out and replaced, but for some reason there was some body work done. This is on the driver's side, right behind the driver's front seat. Upholstery was redone. Dash is good, uncut. No radio, just open there. Headliner on the bus was probably replaced. I mean, definitely replaced. It does show some signs of water damage where water's leaked in around some of the skylights. Walk around to the passenger side here. I can't decide on this floor whether it was replaced or not. The pressing right here looks kind of off to me. So I don't know if this is an older aftermarket floor that was replaced or if it's original. It's hard to tell. Definitely could be. I mean, some of the seam sealer around these edges doesn't quite look factory. So there's a chance this front floor was replaced, but I don't know for sure. There's some more down here in the snake pit. See that kind of Zolatone looking finish, just that speckled white, or possibly it's just a gray primer with some white. It might not be Zolatone. It might not be thick enough to be that Zolatone stuff. It might just be white spatter from when they painted it. Under here, there's a little bit of surface rust. No rot. And one thing that's kind of unfortunate, M-code plate is missing. That apparently when the guy got the bus back from the restorer, he never did get the plate back. Like I say, the title is clear. I showed you a picture of the VIN number back there in the engine bay, I believe. Let's walk back there and I'll show you that one more time. And I can provide the, you know, if you're a potential buyer, I can provide you with a picture of the title, showing the VIN number on the title as well. So let's look inside the cargo doors. So this cargo door's got trim in it, so I can't really show you the inside edge, but I don't see any rust. I don't feel any bubbling either. This cargo door, you can see the lip. I mean, it's very dry. Doesn't appear to have been welded on at all. Original doors, and I don't think they've been repaired. There's the floor. Looks original. Pretty rust-free. Again, kick panel for the rear seats in the back. Rear seat's been reupholstered. This headliner is, again, water damaged. Sunroof handle's on wrong, but it does function. I had it open earlier. All the mechanism, rails, all that stuff are there. So as far as the middle seat goes, the bus didn't come with one. It was missing. And so Tyler actually found this middle seat that he bought. It's going to need reupholstered, and the grab handles are missing. But this middle seat comes with the bus. So this middle seat comes with the bus, and then not pictured is the rear apron and a running 1600 dual port. Just a used motor, but it does run. Good running motor. So that is it. 1963 23 window bus. It is on the Samba right now. I will provide a link to the ad in the description below. I will also provide you with my email address and my phone number. If you have any additional questions, or you would like more photos of anything that I might have missed, I'm happy to provide that. Whoa, just fell through some ice here. We're in the middle of winter. The bus is located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. The zip code is 83401. I do have contacts for shippers. And depending on where it is, if it was California, anywhere along the West Coast, we could probably even arrange delivery for you. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you later.